The Royal Canadian Air Force's CF-18 Hornets are reaching the end of their service life. These jets, the backbone of Canada's air defense for decades, are now plagued by metal fatigue and soaring maintenance costs, keeping them operational strains both budgets and personnel. The Hornet extension project was launched to keep some jets flying until 2032, but it's only a stopgap. Even with upgrades and used Australian F-18s, the fleet is still based on 1970s technology, outclassed by modern fighters. Canada's vast territory and NORAD commitments demand a capable, reliable fleet. Reports show that on many days, too few CF-18s are ready for missions, putting national security at risk. The search for a replacement has dragged on for years, mired in political debate and delay. Now, with the CF-18s nearing retirement, the need for a new fighter is urgent. Without action, Canada risks failing its NORAD obligations and losing control over its own airspace. The government faces mounting pressure to make a final decision. The next generation of Canadian air defense hangs in the balance. The question is no longer if, but how, and how soon, Canada will replace its aging fleet. The stakes: sovereignty, security, and the future of the RCAF. The clock is ticking. Canada must choose, modernize, or fall behind. The era of the CF-18 is ending. What comes next will define Canadian air power for decades. In January 2023, Canada announced plans to buy 88 F-35A Lightning II jets from Lockheed Martin, a long-awaited decision. The F-35, a fifth-generation stealth fighter, promised cutting-edge capability, but the deal's cost quickly ballooned beyond the original $19 billion estimate. Delays hit hard. The Block 4 version Canada ordered is years behind schedule and billions over budget. Canada's first fully capable F-35s may not arrive until 2031 or later. In 2026, a new government ordered a full review of the purchase, worried about escalating costs and missed deadlines. While Canada is locked into buying the first 16 jets, the fate of the remaining 72 is uncertain. Despite the review, the RCF is pushing ahead, citing the F-35's advanced stealth and interoperability with U.S. forces. Military leaders argue it's the best choice for Canada's defense commitments, but with costs rising and delivery dates slipping, public and political skepticism is growing. The F-35 deal, once seen as a solution, is now a source of controversy. Canada faces a dilemma: double down on the F-35, or reconsider its options before it's too late. The future of Canadian air power is once again up for debate. As doubts grew over the F-35, Sweden's Saab seized the moment, pitching its JS-39 Gripen EF as a compelling alternative. Saab's offer goes beyond jets. It promises 12,000 Canadian jobs, local assembly, and a sovereign data center in Montreal. Unlike the F-35, the Gripen would give Canada full control over mission data and software. No U.S. approval needed. Saab pledges to build most of the jets in Canada, transferring technology and skills to Canadian industry. The package includes 6 GlobalEye surveillance aircraft, built on a Canadian Bombardier platform, boosting Arctic monitoring. Saab's proposal is about more than hardware. It's about national autonomy and industrial growth. The Gripen offer appeals to a government seeking independence from U.S. defense suppliers. By bundling fighters and surveillance planes, Saab presents a complete Canadian-tailored solution. The choice: buy into the F-35's global system, or build a sovereign aerospace capability at home. Saab's message is clear: Canada can have a modern fighter and strengthen its own industry. The Gripen is more than a jet. It's a bid for Canadian control. The debate is no longer just about performance, but about the future of Canadian sovereignty. The F-35 and Gripen represent two philosophies of air power. The F-35's edge is stealth and sensor fusion, ideal for high-end coalition warfare. Its advanced systems make it a formidable partner for US-led missions, but at a steep price, $33,000 per flight hour. The Gripen, a 4.5-generation fighter, trades stealth for resilience, ease of maintenance, and low operating costs, just $7,500 per hour. Designed for flexibility, the Gripen can operate from short runways and highways, maximizing availability. For Canada's vast territory, lower costs mean more flying hours and better coverage. The debate: prioritize high-tech stealth for overseas missions, or robust, affordable defense at home. Even NORAD's U.S. commander says, 4.5 generation jets like the Gripen are well suited for continental defense. The F-35 offers cutting-edge capability, but the Gripen promises more jets in the sky, more often. Canada must decide which strengths matter most for its unique needs. The answer will shape the RCAF for a generation. The fighter jet debate is now a question of sovereignty, as much as security. Canada's new government wants to reduce reliance on U.S. military hardware after years of strained relations. Critics warn the F-35 ties Canada to American control. Software, maintenance, even spare parts depend on U.S. approval. The Gripen, built and managed in Canada, offers autonomy and industrial benefits. Supporters say it would free Canada from single supplier dependency and strengthen its defense industry. The RCAF favors the F-35 for seamless U.S. integration, but political leaders weigh the risks of dependency. The choice is about more than jets. It's about Canada's place in the world, and its freedom to act independently. Each option carries strategic consequences for alliances, industry, and sovereignty. The decision will define how Canada balances partnership with independence. The stakes go far beyond the runway. The fighter competition's integrity was rocked by a leaked scoring chart showing the F-35 far ahead of the Gripen. Critics claim the process was biased from the start, with requirements tailored to favor the F-35. Saab argues the scoring is outdated, ignoring the F-35's delays and the Gripen's upgrades. Allegations of bias have eroded public trust and fueled calls for a fair reassessment. Was the competition a genuine search for the best jet, or a formality to justify a pre-chosen outcome? The government now faces tough questions about transparency and value for money. The review must determine if the F-35's advantages still hold up, or if the Gripen was unfairly dismissed. The credibility of Canada's largest military procurement is on the line. The nation demands answers before billions are spent. April 2026, Canada stands at a crossroads. The F-35 review is ongoing. The first 16 jets are coming, but the rest remain undecided. The aging CF-18s can't wait much longer. The choice: deepen U.S. integration with the F-35, or pivot to the Gripen for greater independence and affordability. Each path carries risks, cost, capability, alliances, and sovereignty. The government must weigh tactical needs against strategic vision. This decision will shape Canada's military, industry, and foreign policy for decades. There's no easy answer, only a defining moment. The world is watching as Canada chooses its future in the skies. The next chapter of Canadian air power is about to be written. As Canada stands on the threshold of a new era in air defense, the very nature of air combat is changing. Emerging technologies, like hypersonic missiles, advanced drones, and artificial intelligence, are redefining what it means to control the skies. No longer is air superiority determined by speed and firepower alone. Electronic warfare, stealth, and networked operations now play a critical role in modern conflicts. Around the world, adversaries are investing in anti-access and area denial systems designed to neutralize even the most advanced jets. Unmanned aerial vehicles are becoming more autonomous, capable of surveillance, jamming, and even offensive missions without risking a pilot's life. In this rapidly shifting landscape, Canada's decision isn't just about today's threats, but tomorrow's unknowns. Choosing the F-35 brings cutting-edge stealth and seamless integration with allies, harnessing the power of digital warfare and real-time data sharing. The Gripen, meanwhile, offers flexibility and the potential for rapid upgrades as new technologies emerge, ensuring Canada isn't locked into yesterday's solutions. Whichever path Canada takes, one thing is clear: the skies of the future will be contested by machines as much as by men and women. The decisions made now must anticipate a world where agility, adaptability, and technological edge are the keys to survival. For Canada, the challenge isn't just about replacing old aircraft, it's about preparing for a future where air power is more complex and the stakes are higher than ever before. Canada's next fighter jet isn't just a matter of military hardware, it's a decision loaded with political consequences, both at home and abroad. Domestically, the debate has exposed deep divisions. Some see the F-35 as the obvious choice for keeping pace with allies and maintaining North American defense commitments. Others criticize its high cost, technical issues, and the perception of caving to U.S. pressure, calling instead for the Gripen's affordability and promise of more local jobs through industrial offsets. In Parliament and across the provinces, politicians and citizens alike question whether Canada's sovereignty is better protected by aligning closely with the United States and NATO, or by pursuing a more independent path. The Gripen, built by Sweden, a country renowned for neutrality, offers a symbol of that independence, though at the risk of straining relationships with key defense partners. Internationally, Canada's decision will send a powerful message. Choosing the F-35 could solidify Canada's role in joint operations and intelligence sharing, but it may also reinforce perceptions that Canadian defense policy is dictated by Washington. Opting for the Gripen might please those who value autonomy, but could create friction within NORAD and NATO, and even affect trade and technology partnerships. As the clock ticks down to a final decision, the stakes extend far beyond the cockpit. This isn't just about jets. It's about who Canada stands with, what values it upholds, and how it sees its role in an increasingly polarized world. The fighter Canada chooses will shape its alliances, its politics, and its future for decades to come. Beyond the headlines and heated debates, the choice of Canada's next fighter jet will ripple through the nation's economy for decades. At stake are thousands of jobs and billions in investments. The F-35 deal promises Canadian companies a place on the global supply chain, potentially worth billions in contracts for components and maintenance. Supporters argue this will sustain high-tech aerospace jobs from Ontario to Quebec, strengthening Canada's industrial base and keeping skilled workers at home. But critics warn that these benefits may be uneven and short-lived. Some contracts are contingent on Canada's continued participation in the F-35 program, raising concerns about long-term job security. Meanwhile, the Gripen offer comes with a pledge of industrial offsets, meaning more parts built in Canada, more local assembly, and greater technology transfer. Saab claims this could create a new generation of aerospace expertise and foster innovation across the country. Yet, both options come with steep price tags. The F-35's advanced technology means higher upfront costs and ongoing maintenance expenses, potentially straining defense budgets for years to come. The Gripen, while less expensive to operate, may require additional investment to integrate with Canada's existing defense infrastructure. For policymakers, it's a delicate balancing act. Supporting Canadian workers, building a resilient defense industry, and ensuring every dollar is wisely spent. The economic impact of this decision will reach far beyond the airfields, shaping communities, influencing education and training, and determining whether Canada remains a leader in aerospace or falls behind. As the nation weighs its options, the question looms large: will the chosen jet truly deliver on the promise of a stronger Canadian economy? While politicians and executives debate contracts and costs, another group holds a unique perspective: the men and women who will fly and maintain these jets. For Canada's fighter pilots, the cockpit isn't just a workplace, it's a second home, and their safety depends on every system working seamlessly. Pilots who have trained on the F-35 describe its advanced stealth, cutting-edge sensors, and powerful data fusion as game changers. It's like flying with a team of experts in your ear, every second, says one pilot, citing the jet's ability to share information across the battlefield in real time. But others note that the F-35's complexity means a steep learning curve. It can do incredible things, but it's not forgiving of mistakes. You have to respect the machine. On the ground, maintenance crews face their own challenges. The F-35's high-tech systems require specialized tools, extensive training, and constant software updates. It's not just wrenches and screwdrivers anymore, explains a senior technician. We're troubleshooting code as much as hardware. Some express concerns about relying heavily on US-based supply chains for critical parts and updates, which could mean delays or logistical headaches. By contrast, those familiar with the Gripen highlight its user-friendly design and robust reliability. Pilots praise its agility and straightforward controls, while ground crews value the ease of maintenance and the ability to perform many repairs with minimal downtime. It's built to be fixed in the field, even in harsh conditions, says a Gripen technician. That means more time in the air, less time in the hangar. The promise of technology transfer and local assembly also excites Canadian crews, who see a chance to build deep expertise at home. Yet, some pilots wonder if the Gripen's smaller sensor suite and lack of stealth will leave them at a disadvantage in future conflicts. It's a tough, smart jet, but will it keep up as threats evolve? One asks. In the end, the voices from Canada's cockpits and hangars reveal a simple truth. The choice of fighter isn't just about cutting-edge tech or national pride. It's about the people who trust these machines with their lives, and who keep them flying, day after day. Their insights remind us that, beyond the politics and price tags, operational realities will shape Canada's air power for generations to come. As Canada weighs its next-generation fighter, a new question looms above the clouds. What about the environmental cost? Modern military jets with their powerful engines and high-speed maneuvers are notorious fuel consumers. But as the world faces mounting climate challenges, fuel efficiency and emissions have become part of the conversation. The F-35, packed with advanced avionics and a single powerful engine, delivers unmatched speed and stealth, but at a price. Its fuel consumption is notably higher than Canada's aging CF-18s, and its complex systems require more energy to operate and maintain. Each flight hour means more carbon emissions, raising eyebrows among environmental advocates and policymakers alike. On the other hand, the Gripen was designed with efficiency in mind. Its lighter airframe and smaller engine translate into lower fuel burn and reduced emissions per mission. Saab touts the Gripen's ability to operate from short, rough airstrips, allowing for more flexible, dispersed operations and potentially reducing the infrastructure footprint. Both manufacturers have made gestures toward sustainability. Lockheed Martin highlights efforts to improve the F-35's maintenance cycles, reducing waste and the need for hazardous materials. Saab promotes its use of recyclable materials and a modular design that simplifies upgrades, cutting down on the need for entirely new airframes. Still, critics argue that no fighter jet can ever be truly green. The energy demands, supply chains, and operational requirements of modern air forces carry an environmental burden that's difficult to offset. Some suggest Canada should invest in carbon offset programs or explore synthetic fuels as part of its defense procurement. For now, the choice is clear. Every option comes with environmental trade-offs. As Canada's skies grow busier and global pressures mount, balancing national security with sustainability will be a challenge that lasts long after the contracts are signed. As the fighter jet debate rages in Ottawa, it's not only politicians and military experts weighing in. Canada's public and media have become vocal participants in the national conversation. Headlines flash across screens and front pages, dissecting every development, leak, and political promise. Editorials and opinion columns reflect a country divided. Some Canadians call for the cutting-edge technology and security guarantees of the F-35, insisting that only the best will do for those who serve. Others question the price tag, the environmental cost, and the wisdom of aligning so closely with American defense priorities. Social media buzzes with hashtags and heated threads. Veterans share stories of life in the cockpit, while students and activists demand more transparency and a greater focus on sustainability. Town hall meetings and radio call-in shows echo with concerns about jobs at home, the future of Canada's aerospace industry, and whether the jets will truly keep Canadians safe in a rapidly changing world. Amid the noise, a common thread emerges, a desire for accountability, clarity, and a fighter jet program that reflects Canadian values. The debate is as much about identity as it is about aircraft. What kind of country Canada wants to be, and how it chooses to defend its skies. With every headline and every heated exchange, the nation's collective voice shapes the path forward, reminding decision-makers that, in the end, the jets in the sky are only part of the story.